I hear this all the time. I can't quiet my mind. It just keeps going. I can't stop from thinking. Everyone tells me that meditation can literally transform my life, but I just can't figure this out and I don't know if I'm doing this right. Hi, I'm Dr. Holda Gueye, a physician, an inner healer, and a self-realization guide. And if this sounds like you, I'm going to tell you exactly why this is happening and what you can do about it. Hello, my beloved ladies. I'm Dr. Holda Gueye. If you're new here, I'm a physician, an inner healer, and a self-realization guide. And I help women who feel like they are stuck in the daily stressful yo-yo of emotions, who can't quite really feel good in their bodies, or who feel stuck in an unwanted life story, whether it's in your relationships, your finances, or your health. Finally find freedom and step into the life they truly desire. If you are looking to begin your journey towards a brand new life, to reset your body and to get unstuck of those unwanted life stories, then join my inner circle. You'll find the link in the description box. You are going to join a community of women just like you on a similar journey where you can form long-lasting relationships and bonds, get the support, and also have access to all of the courses and journeys that I have created just for your self-realization and transformation. It is a super affordable membership, and that's intentional to make it accessible to as many women as possible out there. So join me if that sounds like you. Today we are talking about meditation and what to do if you find that you are one of those women out there who just struggle with getting into a meditative state. If you're here and you clicked on this video, you probably already understand the power of meditation and how it could transform your life, but you're also probably struggling with getting this right. So what do you do if this is you? Well, let's get right to it. What I'm going to do for you in this video is first, I'm going to tell you why this is happening, because I promise you, it's almost like once this clicks, you will no longer have this issue with not being able to meditate. And then if you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you concrete tips on what you can do to crack the code and to begin your own meditative practice. Now, the reason why this happens is because you have not been fully introduced into what exactly is happening during meditation, or what should be happening, or at least I should say it wasn't introduced properly. You see, you have to understand that what you're trying to do during meditation isn't just about stopping your brain from thinking so that you can get a break from that, ongoing program that never stops. It really is about stepping back into your truest, most authentic self. What does that mean? It means that you have to realize that you have your program, the thinking mind, that program that generates all the thoughts that come up during meditation. And then you have the self, which is here just to observe. You see, many of us go into the meditative practice without ever really getting this background information. And so we go in just thinking, okay, I'm just going to try to shut my mind off, but you're still working from the program of the mind. And that's just not going to work, because the mind is designed to think. That's what it does. It's going to continuously generate thoughts. So once you realize that what you're really trying to do is you're trying to connect to that part of you that is able to simply observe its surroundings, its thoughts, its sensations, and just stay in that state of observation. Doesn't have to do anything about it, doesn't have to make a judgment about it, decides how it feels about it, or follow those thoughts. Then now you're able to see that you are separate from your thoughts. This is one of the most powerful shifts that happens when you are meditating. And this is why it is so useful. When you can see this dichotomy, this separation between you and your thoughts, when thoughts come up, so let's say you're meditating, this has happened to me before, and you just suddenly realize that you left your clothes in the washer and you were supposed to transfer them over to the dryer, but you didn't. When that thought comes up, when you're in the observer and not mingled into the thinker, you can simply watch the thought, oh, I left my clothes in the washer, come up, and then float away like a cloud. Whereas if you're still in the thinker mode, then now you follow that thought. Oh my goodness, my clothes are going to have an odor. How long have they been in there? Why do I always do this? Maybe I need a different system. That's you still in the thinker identification. When you meditate, you want to remind yourself, I am simply observing. So literally imagine that these thoughts are like clouds, and what you're gonna notice when you first start doing this, and this is common in everyone's early meditative journey, is that one thought will come up and you'll let it go, and then another completely unrelated thought will rise. And when that happens, you know that you're doing this correctly because you're not following this narrative, this thought that just came up. It's not asking you to start an entire dialogue around it. The program is doing what it was designed to do, which is generate thoughts. So simply let them arise and let them go. And maybe the next one will come and the next one. But the longer and more frequently you do this, eventually, the longer you can stay in that state of being the observer, eventually you're just not going to get that much activity because the program will understand, oh, I'm not needed right now. There's no data here to be processed. I promise. This is eventually what's going to happen. So remember that the true goal of meditation is to reconnect with that most powerful, truest version of you, which is truly the I am. That part of you that just is, and that part of you that knows and is simply being and observing, but doesn't need the whole dialogue of the program. When you start to go into the whole mode of I need to shut down my thoughts, I can't stop thinking, I have to stop thinking, you're in the thinker, and you have to get out of identifying with the thinker and identify more with your I am state. Now I want to give you a few tips on things that you can do right away to start to make this shift easier so that you can start your meditation practice and make it the best tool that you can use in your transformation journey. The first thing that I want you to practice is really trying to get yourself as relaxed as possible. Most meditation audios will have you breathe, and breath work is very powerful. So connect with how the breath relaxes your body. There are certain techniques that you can also try, like tensing parts of your body or all parts of your body, and then relaxing into the sensation of letting go. There are certain programs that use a countdown, but you want to intentionally try to go through your body and release and relax every muscle so that you are truly in a state where you are less likely to go back into the thinker mode. Because again, your beautiful brain, this perfect program, was designed to analyze the data, everything that's coming into your experience, and you want to try to let go of this physical experience as much as possible. So try to get into the most relaxed state as you can. If you're somewhere where you're likely to get distracted, you're worried that your kids are going to barge in, you're worried that someone's going to see you and is going to think you're weird, you just can't relax. So make sure that you've created an environment that is really conducive to you relaxing. Maybe you'll have your corner where you meditate. I know I like using candles and incense, whatever it is that really gets you into that mood of just letting go of this physical reality for just that short period of time where you are meditating is going to help you. Tip number 2 is I want you to actually start practicing what we call presence or mindfulness throughout the day. You see, all presences is you are tuning in to that observer part of you. So let's say you're driving. I do this all the time when I'm heading to work. I will focus on the sensation of the steering wheel under my hands, the vibration of the wheels against the road under my feet, how the air in the car feels on my skin. And you're doing this without any judgment. You're simply observing and feeling into all of your senses, and my eyes are open. So try to practice presence as much as you can throughout the day. It could literally be just taking a 1-minute break and focusing on the way that your computer feels underneath your fingers, or just putting your hands on your lap and your feet on the floor, and then just being present. Being present again means you're not processing the past, and you're not worrying about the future or projecting into the future, and you're not judging what's happening around you. You're simply observing and experiencing. The more you do that, the more you lean into your I am presence, the easier it will be for you to activate that when it's time to meditate. And the final tip that I have for you is, as you are in this early journey of coming out of being primarily the thinker to being in your I am presence, give yourself, or give your program, your brain, something to focus on. It could be starting with a candle. This is something that I offer to my patients and my clients very frequently, which is to just observe a flame. It is so therapeutic and so calming. And again, you're not telling yourself a story. You're not going into your head about anything with the flame. You're just observing the movement of the flame and the colors. You can even observe the heat around your hands, or just focus on the senses of hearing it and seeing it. And by giving your brain something to focus on, you're more likely again to be able to lean back into that I am presence that simply can observe. This is a similar thought process when certain meditation audios ask you to focus on your breath and to follow it in and out or up and down your spine. Again, this is just trying to give your thinker, your program, something to focus on. And this is okay. So again, the goal is not to shut off your mind. Your mind is not your enemy. Your goal is to step into your I am presence. Wait to hear how this video has impacted your life. So please be sure to come back to this video and put some comments on how these tips have worked for you and what you have seen it do for you in your own life. If you're ready to start your journey for inner transformation and to reset your body through its health, be sure to join my inner circle by just following the link in the comments. I'm so humbled to be in your divine presence, and I can't wait to see you next time.